Hi, I'm Ashot. I call this episode Self-Love Without Apologies. Robert is a 30-year-old handsome man, always perfectly dressed and well-mannered, who always put himself first. At work, he never stayed late, never took on other people's tasks, never participated in gossip, and never sacrificed his time for anyone in the team. Colleagues whispered behind his back, "What an egoist! He doesn't care about anyone. He thinks too much about himself. Everyone should be self-sacrificing." When Robert was asked for help, he politely refused, honestly explaining that he valued his own time and energy. In the eyes of those around him, he was cold and indifferent, a man without a soul. There's probably someone like this in every team. It is clear, an egoist and a narcissist. That's right, isn't it? Let's give it a shot. So, let's sort out the so-called cuatro of all your selves, because it turns out there are 4 of them. So, self-reflection. Self-reflection is the process of turning inward, in other words, introspection, that is, receiving information from myself. Self-reflection is necessary to evaluate and study your own thoughts, behavior, and motivation by actively analyzing information from yourself. Self-reflection is the sister of feedback, which is, on the contrary, using information not from yourself but from others, externally. Very often the well-known thought, "no one gives a but you," triggers this very process of self-reflection because it makes you think, how do I perceive myself in the world if no one is obliged to love me or to approve me? This is an honest start for an inner dialogue where the main question is, who am I if you remove external expectations and recognition? Next, self-awareness. From the regular process of self-reflection, just mentioned, grows the self-awareness. This is a neutral, non-judgmental understanding of oneself as a result of the process of self-reflection. It is how a person sees themselves, their strengths and weaknesses. The principles of Milton Erickson, like people are okay, everyone has resources, everyone does the best they can, teaches us to perceive ourselves not as object of constant criticism, but as unique individuals with inner resources and positive intentions. Self-awareness becomes deep and realistic when we admit it's okay, I'm okay, even if I'm not perfect. Let's go further. Self-esteem. Self-esteem is a person's general sense of their value and significance. It is an emotional, rational assessment of one's worth. It, in turn, is built on the foundation of the self-awareness just mentioned. If you see resources in yourself and acknowledge your efforts, according to Erickson, self-esteem becomes stable. Likewise, stopping the comparison of yourself to others protects self-esteem from external fluctuations, because you evaluate yourself not by others' standards, but by your own established inner criteria. And finally, self-love. Self-love is acceptance and love for oneself regardless of external circumstances. This is the highest point in the chain of the quattro. After honest self-reflection, deep self-awareness, and healthy self-esteem comes the genuine self-love. Self-love is not selfish, like egotism. Don't confuse self-love with egotism. Self-love is vital. It is invaluable when making independent decisions. It helps to refuse emotional or physical abuse and gives rise to the ability to enjoy life and take care of oneself. Self-love increases awareness of your uniqueness. It is important when building healthy relationships. Self-love is useful in the workplace for voicing your achievements and subsequent career achievements. And it also increases resilience, the vital ability to recover after failures, mistakes, or defeats. It turns out that Robert from our story knew something, and he was actually right. To love yourself means not to lose yourself in others' expectations. And even if the world doesn't always understand this, you must choose to be true to yourself. It is precisely self-love, together with the preceding self-reflection, self-awareness, and self-esteem, that I help develop in my trainings. The link is in the description.